Om Sai Ram. Today I am back with yet another episode of Shree Swami Samarth's biography. If you remember, in the previous episode we discussed about the Brahmin whose arrogance, whose power of knowledge, which he was overestimating, was reduced to ashes by the usage of sacred ash by Sri Guru. And if you want to know a detailed description of it, you can refer to the previous video. Today we are going to dive deep into a new story altogether. This story is about the kindness showered by Sri Guru on a chaste and dutiful wife. Without any more delay, let's start with this chapter. So in Mahurpur there lived a rich Brahmin whose name was Gopinath. His children would not survive after death. Like after birth, the moment these children took birth, they used to die due to some or the other reason. Therefore, the husband and wife started worshipping Lord Dattatreya. After a while, a son was born to the couple. They named him Datta. With great love, they gave this name to the child. As the only child, he was cherished and reared up with great affection. At the age of 5, his thread ceremony was performed with great pomp. At the age of 12, his marriage was arranged with a beautiful girl. A few years later, Datta was infected by tuberculosis, TB. Even with the best treatment, he was not cured of the disease. It only increased. His wife was very chaste and dutiful, like the holy and exalted Savitri. So the wife of Prince Satyavan, her name was Savitri. So this woman, the Brahmani, is compared to that of Savitri. She is equivalent to Savitri in her chastity and in her dutifulness. So she was like, this was now she was supposed to prove her chastity and dutifulness because Lord had other plans in mind. So then, day and night she would render service to her husband, just like all other chaste wives. And she would eat only so much food as her husband would eat. She would take medicines with her, what that her husband took. So she used to share all the pains of her husband. Repeating the name of God, she would render service to her husband day and night. By now, the intensity of her husband's illness went on increasing. So her husband was ill. A while later, he completely stopped eating. Then his wife also stopped eating. She sacrificed eating. Because he was bedridden for a long time, there were blisters on his body, which started emitting foul smell. Even then, his wife continued to serve him. Her faithful service to her husband, even under this adverse situation, appeared like performing a penance. Datta's father was a very rich man. Even his father-in-law was very rich. Like as we know that Datta was married to a girl. So his father-in-law was also very affluent, very rich. They gave him the best of the treatment from renowned Vaidyas, donated money for charity, carried out charitable acts, sacrificial works, offered prayers, religious observances, but Datta's health didn't improve at all. As a result, Datta became totally disappointed and lost all hopes of recovery. He spoke to his parents. Everything will take place as preordained in my fate. I wanted to give you happiness in your old age, but I myself will not be there in this world. Probably, this may be the wish of the God. Then he spoke to his wife. You have taken enough pains for me. Like she was a very chaste woman. Unfortunately, my health condition has gone beyond one's efforts. After my departure from this world, my parents will look after you as their daughter. In case you wish to return to your parents' home, you can do so. The chaste and dutiful wife of Datta had not given up her hopes. So she stopped her husband during his speech and said, "Please don't sprinkle salt on my wounds. It is my misfortune that your condition has gone to this worst position. This must have been certainly written in my fate. However, I shall certainly follow you wherever you go. By the kind grace of Lord Dattatreya, even now you will be saved from this calamity." So she had full faith in Lord Dattatreya. Then she spoke to her father-in-law as well as mother-in-law. "I have come to know that Lord Dattatreya himself has personally incarnated in Gangapur in the form of Lord Narasimha Saraswati. If you permit me, I shall take my husband to Gangapur to take the blessings of Sri Narasimha Saraswati." Both her father-in-law and mother-in-law gave her the permission. After taking permission, she started for Gangapur with her husband, laying him on a small bed. About 2 or 4 people also accompanied her in this journey. On the way, the health condition of her husband started worsening. Eventually, with great difficulty, she reached Gangapur. There she inquired about Sri Guru. Then she came to know that Sri Guru was present at the Sangam. Therefore, she proceeded with her people towards the Sangam, but on the way itself her husband expired. She was struck with grief and started crying loudly. All the people around her also started crying. A number of people gathered there and tried to convince her. In the meanwhile, an accomplished ascetic with matted hair arrived at the place. He spoke to her. "Cool down. Do not waste your energy in this futile grief. You might cry to any extent, but your husband would not become alive. In this world, nobody is immortal. Death accompanies along with the birth. Hence, do not grieve." Then that lady asked the yogi, "What shall I do next? Please show me the way." The accomplished yogi explained her the rightful duty of a virtuous wife. He further said after death of one's husband, the concerned lady has to either burn herself on the funeral pyre of her husband or bear the pain of widowhood. "So I would prefer to burn myself on the husband's funeral pyre," said the lady. To this, the yogi advised her, "Before burning yourself on your husband's funeral pyre, observance of the ritual of sati, go to the Sangam, take the blessings of Sri Guru. Take this sacred ash and apply it on your husband's body. Also take these 4 Rudrakshas. From these 4, wear 2 Rudraksh around your neck and use the remaining 2 to plug both the ears of your husband." Then she proceeded to the Sangam along with the people. All formalities for the funeral rites were completed. The lady applied the sacred ash on her husband's body. She wore 2 Rudrakshas around her neck and used the remaining 2 to plug the ears of her husband. She went to take the blessings of Sri Guru now. She saw Sri Guru sitting under the Audumba tree absorbed in deep meditation. When the lady prostrated before Sri Guru blessed her saying, "Ashtaputra Saubhagyavati Bhava." Be a mother of 8 sons. To this, the people present there narrated Sri Guru with all the details of the situation. "Maharaj, this lady has willingly decided to burn herself on her husband's funeral pyre, prior to which she desired to take your blessings." Then Sri Guru replied, "My words will not go in vain. I do not agree that her husband has expired. Bring him before me." So the people left the place to carry her husband's body to Sri Guru. At the same time, some people arrived there to perform Padya Puja of Sri Guru. In addition, the dead body of the Brahmin's son was also brought and kept in front of Sri Guru. Sri Guru then told the people who had come there to perform Padya Puja, "Now sprinkle the water from this Padya Puja on the dead body." After this, Sri Guru glanced at the dead body with his kind divine grace, and a miracle took place. The dead Datta got up and sat. He looked around and was surprised to see the people assembled there. His wife was thrilled to see her husband alive and narrated everything to him. Then the people present, accompanying her, took bath at the Sangam and worshipped Sri Guru in Shodoshopchar. After this worship, Sri Guru spoke to the lady. Along with the Nam Smaran is repeating God's name mentally. Since you were rendering service to your husband, I was forced to come to your rescue. Your husband will continue to live for 30 more years, and you will also continue to live as a Suvasini, like as a chaste, dutiful wife with your vermilion on your head. And you will go to heaven only as a Suvasini before your husband's departure from this world. As per my word, you will become a mother of 8 sons, and your entire family will be fully devoted to Lord Dattatreya and continue to live with happiness and peace. The second day too, they worshipped Sri Guru with great devotion. They held a function to entertain all the Brahmins and also gave money in charity in a big way. When the lady asked Sri Guru about the greatness of Rudraksh and the Bhasma, Sri Guru told her in detail about the greatness of both. Then the people present there returned home in a merry mood, singing the praises of Sri Guru. So this was it. This was the story for today. And with this, we complete this chapter. In the next episode, we are going to study about something related to Naivedya. Let me give this hint. So there was a defect in the food offered by another person. Let's see what's there for us, what surprise is there for us to read next week. Till then, Om Sai Ram. I wish you all a very happy festive season. And yes, may Baba bless us all, and may we all stay under the cool bliss of this Kalpataru. Om Sai Ram.